bring this right at your face.
I broke this controller by throwing it across the room because I was angry. The main thing I get mad with my mom about is not letting me stay on my devices. My relationship with my dad, it's not too well. We fight about me not getting on my devices.
Okay, keep running your mouth. Go ahead.
Keep recording
I don't
you'll
care.
get arrested.
Run your mouth.
Because sometimes he explodes and hit me on the head and stuff. When my dad gets angry, he tends to throw some of my stuff and hit me.
Get out. Stab you.
Leave him alone. Get out of the room.
Stab you tonight!
It hurts a lot and it bothers me. He hits me on my face. Sometimes he breaks my glasses because he slaps them off my head.
You.
I'd start hitting back.
Give me my
Get off of me. Get off me.
I plan to get a job when I'm older. I don't know what I would do, to be honest. I'm excited to meet Dr. Phil. I would ask him how I can change my anger.
What do you think makes you as angry as you get?
I honestly don't know.
When you're screaming at her and yelling at moms and threatening to smash her in the face with your controller, how do you feel afterwards?
Feel really bad about it.
At what point did you give yourself permission to speak to your parents in a disrespectful way?
I don't even remember.
Well, there had to be some point at which
Yeah.
you said it's okay to scream bombs at my mother or father, or tell my father, I'm going to stab you tonight.
I don't even remember how long it was that I started that.
How you doing in school?
Somewhat good.
He's supposed to have in-home instruction, which a teacher comes to the house 3 hours a day for 3 days a week, and that has become too much for him to do.
You've sent her away because he was asleep instead of waking him up.
No, we tried to wake him up. I get hit if I go near him and try to wake him up.
You've written into me 5 times.
Yes.
And when I read the letters, you said, we are desperate. But then when we answered and said, okay, I agree, it's desperate, so we're going to come here, you missed your first flight because you didn't want to wake him up.
No, we missed our first flight because I was going through security and they didn't have a female officer to come and pat me down because I can't walk through the metal detectors.
Well, I'll talk to our driver because our driver said you wanted to leave a half an hour later because you didn't want to wake up Nico.
No, I never
Because you're
said
afraid you were going to get hit, I guess. And then I got a text message shown to me from the tarmac saying you've been sitting there and it's 4:30, and if it goes another half hour, that you're just not coming.
We were just tired. We were frustrated.
When I found that out, I was like, turn them around. Hell, send them home. If they don't want to be here, they don't want to be here. I don't run the airlines.
No, I know that, but
But what?
we got up at 3:30 that morning. We didn't get the first flight because what I explained. Then we sat around for 4 hours on standby. When we got to standby, they said, sorry, there are no seats. You got to wait another 4 hours.
There were seats, by the way. They just weren't together.
Yes, I couldn't leave Nico alone.
Can't leave him alone.
He could not sit alone. You see his behavior. He would have hit someone.
You can't ride on an airliner by yourself?
I told them I could, but they didn't believe me.
I know he couldn't.
We're just overprotective with him because, God forbid, he starts up on the plane and then you get one of the marshals that are on that plane and arresting him, the both of us are going because I'm going to stand up for my son. You don't touch my son. This is how I am, Dr. Phil. This is how...
Well, you choose a behavior, you choose the consequences. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.